Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you're watching the post market show. So, let us talk about today's market. And you can see Nifty consolidated in a very tight range of around 90 points for the entire day. So, that is definitely something to worry about because for the last few days, we are seeing Nifty moving between 100-point range and nothing is happening. So, if you look at the charts, even let us look at the 15-minute chart of Nifty and see how the things are happening. So this is a 15-minute chart. You can see from 11th of November, market has been trading in a very tight range, and yesterday it did break out after 3 o'clock, and today markets tried to move up again, made new highs, but there was a double top formation at 18,440 levels. So markets tried two times to break that level, could not. Then a sharp fall happened right from 2 o'clock and till 2:45. Again there was a huge recovery as well, and markets ending again absolutely flat above 18,400. It has ended at 18,409. It is on a close to close basis, it is absolutely flat, 0.003 percentage in the green. Coming to Bank Nifty, Bank Nifty is looking strong, and it was the only sector which did pretty well because HDFC Twins did well. Kotak Bank did pretty good, and that is why we are seeing Bank Nifty is up 0.38 percentage, and it again made a new all-time high today at 42,611. So Bank Nifty has been in an uptrend, but again that momentum we were expecting is not being seen. It is slowly moving up, but if you look at the broader markets, that is where the confusion starts because Nifty mid caps down by 0.65 percentage, Nifty small caps down by 0.33 percentage. And also if you zoom out a bit, you can see the small caps and mid caps. If you look at the charts, none of them are near its high, which was around, let's see, last year, October 21, it was around 33,000. So it is nowhere close to that. But Nifty and Bank Nifty are at its all-time high. So there could be a market-wide, the large caps are being manipulated to dig the index higher, but the global markets, the broader markets are still in the negative. So that is a concerning thing, I would say. So do keep that in mind, because if it is rallying, it should be a broad-based rally across all sectors. That is not being seen. And in fact, if you look at the sectoral indices, most of the sectors ended in the red today. Some ended in the green, but again very, very slightly. If you have FMCG ending absolutely flat, no change there. IT up 0.3 percentage, PSU Bank up 0.3 percentage, Nifty Private Bank up 0.38 percentage, and Nifty Financial Services up 0.34 percentage. So apart from these, everything ended in the red, and metals lost the most by falling by 2 percentage, 1.94 percentage. Nifty Auto down by 0.38 percentage, Nifty Media down by 1.44 percentage. Pharma and PS and energy, all of them are down today. So we are seeing that although the Nifty is moving higher, but sectoral indices and also mid caps, small caps are not contributing that much to the up move, and that is what I was talking about as a reason for concern. Now today Kotak Bank moved up the most, up by 2.8 percentage with huge volumes, and there was a report that the Kotak, so their son will not be taking up the position of a CEO. So with that news, Kotak Bank moved up today, but it is supposed to take resistance around 1960 to 1980 range. That seems like a resistance. Last time the high was around there, so you have to see how the prices react when it reaches those levels. And apart from that, HDFC Twins were up slightly by 0.8 percentage. HDFC has broken the levels on the upside. The Friday's high, which we are talking about, two inside candles, and now it is a up move. HDFC Bank, same thing, 0.86 percentage up. And then Bharti Airtel, we were expecting a good breakout, but that did not happen. It has again taken resistance around the last high of 1st November. Talking about some negative movements in the stocks, we have Reliance Industries. It has taken support once more around 2600 levels, so that is to be watched out very carefully, because if this is broken, we can expect again a fall towards I think 2400, 2500 levels. The markets can easily come down to those levels, and that will bring the entire Nifty down along with it, because it is a Nifty heavyweight stock. Coming to SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, we talked about metal indexes falling. So Tata Steel is down, SAIL is down the most by 4.18%, a huge red candle forming, and this looks like a double top formation, and then it is falling. So expect further down move in SAIL. And then Adani group of stocks, definitely Adani Ports and Adani Enterprise, is both of them are looking slightly weak today. 2.5% on Adani Enterprise, and if you look at the 15-minute chart, you can see around 2 o'clock there's a huge red candle forming in Adani Enterprise, and the stock fell almost about, let us look at it, almost 4.5% in a matter of half an hour, and then it recovered half of it. So that was a bit concerning, and it is not just Adani Enterprise but Adani Ports as well falling prey to the selling. So that is there. Keep an eye out for further bearish move. We can keep today's high as a stop loss, and then you can go short on this stock. Same with Bajaj Finance. I've taken this position personally as well. If you look at it, it was trading in a tight range from July onwards. So July 22 to July, August, September, October, November, almost 4 months, and it is still trading in a range. And today it has given a breakdown on the downside. So that is interesting to see. If this level is broken, 685, this is 6865, yeah, this is where it took support and then moved up, and today it came down to that level. So if that is broken, we can expect a further down move at least to 6400 levels is what I am expecting. And so this is again a tight consolidation, and if this breakout happens, breakdown happens, it could be quite significant is what I believe. So this is Bajaj Finance, and do keep an eye out for this stock. So this was, I think, some of the major moves. Index moves, as you can understand, HDFC Twins, Kotak Bank, Infosys, these were the top gainers. Reliance and Adani group of stocks, Bajaj Finance, which we talked about, all of them were the top draggers of Nifty is what we are seeing. FII activities, FIIs have been net sellers once again today as well, selling for 386 crores today, and this is for the second consecutive day they have turned net sellers. And DIIs have bought for 1437 crore. So DIIs usually they don't buy at these higher levels, but today they seem to be have turned net buyers. So we have to see what lies ahead. Coming to the global markets, we have the UK inflation data which came out today, and it came out higher than expected. We are seeing globally the inflation is cooling off, but in UK that does not seem to be the case. 10.7% was the expectation, it came out at 11.1%. So again, double digit inflation, higher than last time. So UK, the inflation is becoming a very big concern is what we are seeing. Then US retail sales data came today around 7 p.m. 1% was the expectation, it came out 1.3%, which means people are still spending more, and because of that what we are seeing is the inflation fears are still there in the US. But let's see if this is for the month of October. Maybe in the month of November things can cool down a bit, so we have to see how things are going. But if it falls further, we have again the recession fears will set in, so it is a very tricky situation is what I'll say. Now tomorrow we have the Europe the inflation data coming out. Again, expectation is double digit, 10.7% is the expectation. Let's see where it comes out. And apart from that, I don't think there is any important other news. No, there's no other important data coming out tomorrow. So only Europe inflation data is important for the time being. Coming to the global markets, and let's see where things are headed. SGX Nifty indicating 18,417, so it is slightly in the negative. And let us look into the global markets, the German markets, French markets, and the like. So German markets did not have a good day, continuously downtrend after opening is what we are seeing, ending 1.07%. It's still trading, it's around 1% down. French index down by 0.5%. UK markets are again in a downtrend, but it is now slightly up by 0.27%, but it overall the trend seems to be on the downside is what we are seeing. Coming to US markets, Nasdaq is Nasdaq, S&P 500 and Dow Jones. So let us look at it. Dow Jones is almost flat is what we are seeing. Yeah, it opened with a gap down. It was trying to move down, but now it is now trading flat. But Nasdaq is a bit of concern. It is opened with a gap down. It was moving down continuously, but then we have seen green candle forming in the 15-minute charts right now. So let's see what it lies ahead. S&P 500 again, it opened with a gap down, was moving down, but now we are seeing green candles forming, and it is trying to recover from its lows is what we are seeing. So again, if there's a pullback, if market takes resistance and breaks this low, and this low is important in S&P 500, 3950, and if this is broken, we can expect a further downside, and if that happens, you can expect a gap down opening in our markets tomorrow. US VIX seems to be cooling off, down 1.8%. It is at 24.08. So US VIX is okay. I would say it was in a downtrend, but it is coming down. And India VIX today, interestingly, shot up by 3.18%, despite the markets moving in a very tight range. So maybe this is the indication of something coming up ahead. So maybe we have to keep an eye out for it. And obviously, markets cannot stay in a very tight range for long, because either it has to move up or it has to move down. So either ways, we have to see where it goes and take positions accordingly. Crude oil prices 84.5. Markets found a double top, and it is now at 84.5. Now, looking at this chart pattern, we can expect that the markets to come down, because this is again a classical double top formation. 76 can be the target for crude oil on the downside is what I expect. And so again, these are the areas where you can take a short position if this low is broken. So expecting a downside on crude, that would be good for the markets. Gold prices are stable is what I'd say. Nothing major happened. It has not come down after moving up. And coming to dollar index, it is at 106.2. So dollar index is again stable around those levels, but Indian rupee has depreciated today. 81.43 is where the Indian rupee is. So that is again a bit of concern, but again, there should be pullbacks, and it should take resistance around 81.6, 81.7, and then come down. That is what it should do. So let's expect that to happen. And apart from that, tomorrow is the expiry day, and very interesting OI data is in front of you. So you can see put call ratio is at 0.96, which indicates a mild bearishness is what I'd say. And even people today sold a lot of call options, 18,400, 500 and 600. So people are not expecting huge up moves, and in fact on the upside 18,400 has the highest amount of call buildup. On the downside 18,300 has the highest amount of put buildup. So again, a very narrow range, and when you have these kind of narrow ranges, it is very crucial, because if the market breaks the low or the high, then we can expect a huge amount of short covering in that direction, and markets can move higher or lower based on which direction it is moving. So that is to be watched out tomorrow, because expiry days are volatile, and again this kind of close range is again a recipe for disaster. Coming to Bank Nifty, things are looking strong over there. Put call ratio is at 1.46, so again near the upward range, and today 42,500 added huge amount of put build up, and going forward 43,000 looks to have good resistance, and then 42,500 there's a straddle build up over there. And let's see the straddle pricing and what is it pricing in. 42,500 straddle is indicating around 300 points roughly up and down. So 42,800 on the upside, and then 42,200 on the downside is what people are expecting in Bank Nifty tomorrow. So slightly consolidating. So that is what open interest is telling us. Coming to 15-minute chart of Nifty, you can easily mark the resistances. So upside, first resistance you should look at is 18,430 to 18,440 levels. Downside 18,300 should act as support, and then 18,280 is where the support comes in. If that is broken, we can expect a huge downside, and there's a huge gap pending as well. So markets, if it breaks this level, there's a huge gap, it can come down pretty fast. to fill this gap. So the view is slightly consolidating to bearish is what I feel. Again, upside momentum is not expected that much because of the way things are lined up, where the global markets and the broader market sentiments are slightly in the negative, and only a few stocks are moving up. So upside is pretty much capped is what I believe. Again, obviously you keep a stop loss is important, and upside I'm looking at 17,440 and then 17,580. These are the two important resistances I'm looking at. Downside 18,300, 18,280 is what I'm looking at. And Bank Nifty, although it moved up higher, we can expect resistances to come around today's high of 42,600 and then 42,800 and then 43,000. On the downside, we expect 400 to take the support. If that is broken, then 42,200 and finally 42,000 is a major level of support for Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty again has moved up higher, and Nifty as well. So in case there's a gap down tomorrow by any chance, then you can expect movement to the downside. And again, if the market is breaking with a lot of strength, especially in the second half above 18,400, then you can expect a good up move in the upside. So that is to be watched out for. And tomorrow being the weekly expiry, expect volatility to be there, and take your positions accordingly. And looking at the VIX moving up, we can expect a good move in the markets in the coming days, either on the upside or on the downside. So trend followers will be getting an opportunity is what I believe. And for these times, it is important to manage your risk and save your capital is what I'd say. So that is all from my side, and thank you for watching, and have a very good night.